Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Smart Preps. Ajiloi hi sunotun topic that is modifiers. Now, when I say modifiers are prami eta bostu gom pabo paro je modification. A word called modification. Moi je ko je moi mur gari khon modify korisu. Moi mur scooty khon modify korisu. Modify mane ki? Something that I have changed, something that I have added on. Yes, kiba eta moi mur gari khonor description to je manuhe je dekha pabo ta description to okoman moi change kori disu. Thik teneke amar English language to amar modifiers mane je sentence or jitur bikhoye ami he sentence to ami koisu he subject tur bikhoye ami eta information add on korisu ami kiba eta describe korisu extra eta information clarity di moi koisu. Okay, it means, for example, she is wearing a dress. Okay, she is wearing a dress. Dress is a noun. It is moi she is wearing a beautiful dress. So the word beautiful is modifying, putting emphasis on that particular noun, that is dress. Yes, so he dress to kenikwa, the dress is beautiful. Okay, so modifiers de amar extra information diat help kore. Okay, now modifiers are words, phrases, clauses that describe, clarify, limit, or give more information about another word in a sentence. And that another word can be nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. Okay, nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs ok ami extra ke kiba kisuman ami information provide koru. Okay, for example, ami sao, she bought a beautiful dress. Jeneke moi matro kolu, she bought a beautiful dress. Now this word beautiful modifies the noun dress. Okay, he runs very fast. So very to ki hoise, very modifies the adverb fast. So modifiers make sentences more precise and meaningful. Ami aru okoman janibo paru je he sentence or subject tur bikhoye ami aro okoman information ami pao. Now, when we understand various types of ami je modifiers buli ami janu, now let's understand various types of modifiers. Modifiers mane ki ami concept tu buji palu. Etia ami belek dhonor modifiers ami bujim. First is adjective modifiers. They modify nouns or pronouns. For example, she has a red car. So car khon ki color? Red color. Okay, the tired soldier slept. The soldier was ki tired. Okay, it means car je red color hoy, soldier jon je tired asile. Ami eta modification, eta kiba eta emphasis ami provide korisu, eta information ami disu. So words like red, tall, intelligent, happy act as modifiers in a sentence. Let's understand the next type of modifiers, that is adverb modifiers. Now, they modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. For example, she sings beautifully. Keneke gan ga? Beautifully. She sings beautifully is the modifier. He is very intelligent. The word very is putting an emphasis. Very is the modifier here. Etia, aru eta type ase, that is phrase modifier. Okay, phrase, sometimes phrases act as modifiers. Okay, more than one or two words which consist of a phrase or a sentence also act as a modifier. For example, the boy wearing a blue shirt is my brother. Eta moi simply ko paru, that boy is my brother. But moi ki information disu, the boy wearing a blue shirt. Wearing a blue shirt is a phrase. So the boy wearing a blue shirt is my brother. So moi eta information disu junjon lorai blue t-shirt pinhi ase teo mor brother hoy. Okay, now phrases modifying the boy. Okay, so this is a type of phrase modifier. Next is clause modifier. Okay, clause modifier, sometimes clauses modify nouns. আমি এটা example de bujim je clause modifiers kenekwa dhonor thake. For example, the man who is standing there is my uncle. The man who is standing there is my uncle. Moi enekeu kobo parilu heten, that man is my uncle. But I'm describing the man. The man who is standing there is my uncle. Clause modifying man. Okay, so আমি বেলেগ ধৰণৰ আমি modifiers শিকিলো. Now let's understand that there are common errors in modifiers. Various types of errors in modifiers আমি পাওঁ য'ৰ পৰা আমাৰ examত questions বেছিকৈ আহে. Okay, so আমি এটা বেলেগ ধৰণৰ errors বিলাক জানিব চেষ্টা কৰিম যে modifiers আমাৰ কি ধৰণৰ errors থাকে. This is a topic which is very much ignored in English. Okay, so আমি জানিব চেষ্টা কৰিম the misplaced modifier. Okay, misplaced modifier mane a modifier should be placed near the word it describes. Jetia juntu shobdor bikhoye jeneke dressor logot moi beautiful logaisu, so beautiful is the modifier which is describing the dress. Etia jodi moi beautiful to moi beleg jagat place koru ar dress to durot place koru, then it will be misplaced. Okay, jeneke for example swa etu eta incorrect sentence, running quickly the bus was missed by me. Okay, running quickly the bus was missed by me. So correct sentence to hobo running quickly I missed the bus. Okay, running quickly I missed the bus. Etia swa yate correct sentence to running quickly I missed the bus ot moi subject to I missed the bus মই আগত দিছো. Yes, placed well. ইয়াতে বাছৰ কথা পিছত আহিব, running quickly কোনে মিস কৰিছে হেতু মই পিছত দিছো এইটো সেন্টেন্সত. মই যে বাছখন মিস কৰিছো হেতু মই পিছত লিখিছো, হেতু দা wrong sentence হ'ব according to the modifiers. মই এইটো কথা কোৱা নাই যে এইটো statement itself is wrong. This statement will be wrong with regards to the modifier section. Okay, so ইয়াতে এই দুটা সেন্টেন্সৰ আমি কি কৈ আছে যে বাছখন গুচি গ'ল, মই যদিও দৌৰি গৈছিলো কিন্তু মই বাছখন মিস কৰিলো. So the problem is what? It seems like the bus is running. Yes, so now I hope you understood. Etu asile amar misplaced modifier. Next, let's understand another modifier error, that is dangling modifiers. Shunisane dangling modifier namtu? Shunisane ajilake dangling modifier namtu? Je dangling modifier mane ki? When the word being modified is missing in the sentence. Jitur bikhoye moi modify kori asu he shobdotue tate placed nai. Okay, missing. Okay, in the sentence it becomes dangling. Okay, terminology to ki hoy dangling. So incorrect is walking through the park the flowers looked beautiful. Okay, eta sentence ase walking through the park the flowers looked beautiful. Eta walking through the park kune park khonor through the walk korise hetu eta place nai. The flowers look beautiful, kune dekha paise je flowers are beautiful? Who saw the flowers that they are looking beautiful? So who is walking through the park? Question ahigol. Is the flowers walking? Definitely not. So ami a sentence to ami perfectly amar subject to place koribo lagibo. Correct sentence is walking through the park I saw beautiful flowers is the correct sentence. Okay, I saw beautiful flowers is the correct sentence. Okay, next modifier amar errors hobo squinting modifiers. Okay, squinting modifiers. Squinting modifiers mane ki? When a modifier can refer to two different words causing confusion. Squinting e hodaye confuse kore. For example, swa she said yesterday she would come. She said yesterday she would come. Etia ei shobdo to yesterday amak enukwa bujaise niki je she said yesterday she would come. Tai mok joa kali koisile je tai ahibo, ne etu bujaise tai kole je joa kali tai ahile heten. Okay, she said yesterday she would come. Tai mok joa kali koise tai ahibo buli. Hetu bujaise ne she said joa kali tai ahibo. Okay, so there is a confusion that is creating by this word yesterday. Yes, this is a squinting modifier. Etia unclear whether said yesterday or come yesterday. So yatke amar better option ami keneke likhim? Yesterday she said she would come is the correct simple sentence to be provided after the modifier. So yesterday is the modifier here, and modifier logote ami subject to place korim boli ami hikisu. Yes, and there is another rule je jetia ami modifier or pisot eta subject ami boham he subject to eta action perform koribo lagibo. Etia yesterday she said tai kole she would come. So she performed an action here. Okay, so after the modifier the subject has to be placed, and after the modifier the subject that is placed has to perform an action. Okay, so this is all about squinting modifier. Okay, now I have bought some quick rules. Junto ami ematro hikisu. Modifier should be next to the word it modifies. Yes, the subject after modifier must logically perform the action. Yes, avoid ambiguous placement. Okay, so ekhini amar quick rules ami anesu. Now let's move on to some MCQs. Okay, it is first MCQ to running down the street, the bag fell from his hand. Running down the street, the bag fell from his hand. Kuntu option hobo, running down the street, he dropped the bag fell running down the street. Running down the street, the bag was dropped, the bag running fell. Kuntu option hobo, please answer. Ami questions koriba start koriso, ami concept buji palu jikhini dorkar asle modifiers or karne, jikhini requirement asle exam or karne. Yes, this is the question. Running down the street, the bag fell from his hand. Ki hobo answer? Your answer hobo option number A. Option number A, running down the street, he dropped the bag will be the simple sentence to be written. The bag fell, running down the street is irrelevant. Running down the street, the bag was dropped. No, the bag running fell is wrong. So option number A is the correct option. Okay? The modifier running down the street should modify him, not the bag. Okay? So running down the street is the modifier, phrase modifier. Okay, and after that the subject has to be placed. Clear? Next is walking down the street, walking through the garden, walking through the garden, the flowers looked beautiful. Etu exactly into my example bujaisilu hetue hoy. Very easy. Okay, walking through the garden, the flowers look beautiful. Who saw the flowers look beautiful? Who walked through the garden? Yes, so walking through the garden, I saw beautiful flowers is the correct answer. So option number A is the correct answer. Okay. Next is covered in mud, Ram cleaned the shoes. Covered in mud, Ram cleaned the shoes. Your answer hobo? Ram cleaned the shoes covered in mud. Ram cleaned the shoes covered in mud. She almost drove her kids to school every day. She almost drove her kids to school every day. Your answer ki hobo? She drove almost her kids to school every day. She drove her kids to school almost every day. She drove every day almost. Obviously, option number B. She drove her kids to school almost every day. Because, kyo almost every day hobo? Because amar yate every day. Tai nizor kidsok every day hobole jai. So almost is the modifier which is to be placed along with every day. Okay, so option number B is the correct answer. Clear? Next is having finished the assignment, the TV was turned on. Having finished the assignment, the TV was turned on. Now the question is, who turned on the TV? Who turned on the TV? The TV finished the assignment, TV was done assignment. Assignment turned TV. So obviously option number A. Option number A is the correct answer. Having finished the assignment, I turned on the TV is the correct answer. Okay? I turned on the TV is the correct answer. Okay? Modifier must refer to I. More explanation did you. Next is driving quickly, the road seemed dangerous. Driving quickly, the road seemed dangerous. So, driving quickly, I found the road was dangerous. Yes, driving quickly, I found the road dangerous is the correct answer. Yes, the road drove quickly. Driving quickly, the road was dangerous? No. So, driving quickly, I found. Who found the road dangerous? So, option number A, I found the road dangerous is the answer. Yes, answer A, explanation given. The person driving must be mentioned. Next question, she served sandwiches to the children on paper plates. She served sandwiches to the children on paper plates. Is the statement correct? Children were on plates, plates were on children, ambiguous modifier. This is the correct sentence where she served sandwiches to the children on paper plates. Paper plates ot ki serve korise mention ase. Subject is there. Children also mentioned there. Yes. So option number D is the correct option. Answer. Next is looking at the sky, the stars were bright. 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 Kune dekha paise that the stars were bright? Who saw the stars were bright? Obviously, option number 1, looking at the sky, I saw bright stars will be the correct answer. Okay? Buji paisa? How to place the subject regarding the modifiers? Yes, the subject must perform the action. Understood? Looking at the sky, phrase or pisot, amar subject to place hobo lagibo june action to perform koribo. Hetu rule asile? Yes, he nearly worked for 5 hours. He nearly worked for 5 hours. Kuntu hobo? Etia, yate amar kihor opor emphasis dia ase je he nearly worked for 5 hours. 5 hours to bhalke mention kora ase. Kiman ghonta kam korisle hetu bhalke mention kora ase. Etia yate modifier to ki janane? He nearly. So the modifier has to be placed with 5 hours. That is why option number A is correct. He worked nearly 5 hours. Option number A is the correct answer. Okay? Nearly modifies 5 hours. Next question. After reading the book, the movie seemed boring. After reading the book, the movie seemed boring. After reading the book, the movie seemed boring. Kuntu hobo? Obviously, janibo lage je after reading the book, I found the movie boring. Yes, after reading the book, I found the movie boring is the correct answer. Yes? Explanation is I must be the subject. So, we have practiced 10 questions for modifier. Yes, amar sobotke duta dangor rule modifiers ot etue hoy je the subject has to be placed correctly, ami misplaced koribo nwaru, and amar ei je rule keta asile je modifier should be next to the word it modifies. Juntur bikhoye ami information disu hei word tur agot ami modifier bahabo lagibo ekelege. And the subject after modifier must logically perform the action. Juntu subject or bikhoye ami modify korisu hei subject to eta action perform koribo lagibo hei particular sentence tur. Ei duta rule amar sobotke besi important whenever we are solving any questions regarding modifiers. So ami errors bilak bujilu, squinting, dangling, misplaced. Then we have understood the various types of modifiers: adjective, adverb, phrase, clause modifiers. Yes? And we have understood the whole concept of modifiers. I hope etia tumalage buji paisa. Bahut simple concept. Ami day to day English grammar jeta pohi thaku, ami ebilak practice kori thaku, kintu ami najanu je ami kau ki buli modifiers buli. And bahut questions ahe, bahut sentence error detection ot ami dekha pao je modifiers bilak jumbilak errors ami moi bujaisu tumalok errors bilakor pra amar error detection or sentence improvement topic ot amar ebilakor pra questions ahe. He karone moi aji modifiers concept to loye hilu tumalok types bilak bujabo karone with 10 questions we have done. Okay, so let's meet in the next session. Until then, keep working hard and keep studying. Have a nice day ahead. Thank you everyone.